How do bubbles pop? In a sunny backyard filled with clover, buzzing bees, and tall dancing sunflowers, a little boy named Milo held a bright blue bubble wand. Today was the perfect bubble day. Milo dipped the wand into the slippery soap mixture and lifted it carefully into the air. Drip, drip. Then he took the biggest breath he could. Whew! Out floated a parade of shimmering bubbles. Tiny bubbles, gigantic bubbles, wobbly bubbles that sparkled pink, blue, green, and gold. Wow! Milo shouted, spinning in circles beneath them. They look like floating rainbows. The bubbles drifted higher and higher through the warm afternoon air. Milo stretched onto his tippy toes to catch one. Closer, closer, closer. Pop! The bubble disappeared instantly, leaving one tiny cold drop on his nose. Milo blinked. Hey, where did it go? He stared at the empty air. Why did bubbles always pop? Why couldn't they stay forever? Just then, zip! A shiny dragonfly zoomed down from a sunflower. Her wings sparkled like glass in the sunshine. My name is Zuzu, she chirped cheerfully. And I know the great bubble's secret. Milo's eyes grew wide. You do? Zuzu zipped around a floating bubble very carefully. Bubbles may look magical, she explained, but they are actually tiny science tricks. Milo gasped. Science tricks? Zuzu nodded proudly. A bubble is like a teeny tiny water sandwich. A water sandwich? Milo giggled. That's right. Zuzu buzzed. There's a super thin layer of water trapped between two layers of soap. The soap stretches around the water and hugs it tightly into a round shape. She twirled in the air. That hug is called surface tension. Milo watched a bubble wobble in front of his face. It stretched and shimmered like a jelly rainbow. So the soap is holding the bubble together? He asked. Exactly, said Zuzu. Milo slowly reached out one dry finger. What happens if I touch it? Try it, Zuzu said. Tap, pop. The bubble burst into invisible tiny splashes. Milo jumped backward laughing. It exploded. Zuzu giggled too. Your dry finger broke the bubble's soapy skin. Once the soap hug breaks, the air inside rushes out and, pop, the bubble disappears. Milo quickly dipped the wand again and blew another giant bubble. This one floated slowly past his ear. But after a few seconds, pop! Milo looked up at the hot sunshine. Wait, nobody touched that one. The sun can pop bubbles too, Zuzu explained. She landed softly on a blade of grass. When the sunshine gets warm, it slowly dries up the water inside the bubble. Once the water disappears, the soap can't hold the shape anymore. Pop? Milo guessed. Pop? Zuzu laughed. Suddenly, another bubble floated downward and touched the grass. Gone. What happened that time? Milo asked. Zuzu pointed at the grass. Dust, grass, rough surfaces. Even tiny sharp things can poke holes in bubbles. Bubbles are very delicate. Milo looked closely at the wand before blowing again. A thin, shiny soap film stretched across the circle. It looks like a stretchy little window, he said. That's the magic part, Zuzu replied. As long as the soap stays wet and safe, the bubble can grow bigger and bigger. Milo grinned mischievously. Then I'm making the biggest bubble ever. He ran across the yard, waving the wand in a giant swoop. Swoosh! A huge bubble floated out behind him. It stretched long like a wiggly balloon and shimmered with swirling rainbow colors. It's enormous, Zuzu squeaked. Milo and Zuzu chased it across the yard as it bobbled and wobbled through the air. Over the flowers, past the fence, above the grass, the giant bubble shimmered pink, then blue, then green. Milo laughed so hard his tummy hurt. Pop goes my finger, pop goes the sun, pop goes the grass, he sang while running underneath it. At last, wobble, wiggle, pop, the giant bubble burst into a mist of tiny, sparkling drops. Milo stopped and smiled up at the sky. This time, he wasn't sad at all, because now he knew the secret. Bubbles were made to float, made to shimmer, made to pop. And the best part? You could always make more. So Milo dipped his wand again, took a giant breath, and filled the sunny backyard with hundreds and hundreds of bouncing rainbow bubbles. Pop, pop, pop.